I'm trying to work with you. I'm not trying to work for you. I want to work next to you. You feel me? So
Yeah, I mean, look, Marty, I don't know what your like plan is. I don't know if you plan to like grab Gulag back or anything like that. But for the last, our entire relationship has been based on helping each other
yeah.
for the most part.
Um.
And I don't see why that would change. I don't think you work for me, and I don't ever expect you to.
Yeah.
Anything you do for me is because you want to help me, and anything I do for you is vice versa.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way I see it too. And in terms of like my plans, I mean, I don't know, right? I don't know. I know for a fact though, right? You can tell me I'm wrong, but you won't convince me. I know for a fact Ming and Forehead are better off without me. So I don't see Gulag Gang like really happening. I know that
Why
they're
do you
better.
think that?
I know that they're better off without me. I've always held them back. You know, it took me a while to realize that, and I was just controlling over that, and I accepted it. I held them back a lot. I mean,
I mean, why do you think that?
well,
I'm not gonna say you're wrong or anything. I don't know you like that,
um,
Like, why do you think that?
just the way they operate, right? They like to um, they like to take
Fuck around.
they like to fuck around, right? Not like in a cringe way or anything, but like they like to take the higher risk, right? They get that fucking adrenaline pumping. I'm
Yeah.
I'm just a bit more calculated, you know? And I would often back in the day like criticize them harshly for decisions that they make when I shouldn't have, you know? And that's just like
Well,
not
listen,
realizing.
Marty. Listen. Like I said, I'm not gonna claim to know yourself better than you,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna claim to know Forehead or Ming better than you. But what I can say is when total chaos is left unchecked, you get people like Dundee. How many people like Dundee? Fucking no one.
I like that. I like
And
Dundee. He's a mechanic now. Repair my car cheap.
right. Well, most people don't fucking like Dundee. Why? Because he acts like he wants like a fucking psycho and no one is there to tell him to fucking relax. Right?
Yeah.
And you might think you're holding Forehead and Ming back when you say, hey guys, fucking chill. But sometimes people need to be told that. And not a lot of people can be told that and take it well, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It just
I wouldn't say you're useless. I would say that sometimes you're serious. Some people's seriousness is needed.
yeah. I get what you're saying. It's just I don't know. I see them now and they're doing their thing, got their little group going, and it seems ridiculous for me to even consider interfering with that, you know? So I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have a family. I don't think I have a group. I think to some degree I'm meant to just be alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
But that doesn't mean I can't work with people or work with groups or have some sort of like, like mutual agreement, right? It's just like when it comes down to family, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, Marty, like I said, you're gonna know those people better than I do.
Where are you?
But
Shut up. Stop.
the only thing I can tell you is, and this is from experience, okay? When you think that people are better off without you, and you make decisions to help that, some of those people don't like that you decided that for them, you know? Some people
Yeah.
aren't going to be okay that you decided that you were bad for them, right?
Yeah.
I got chewed out for that, 5 years ago. When I didn't want to roast people, and they told me I was fucking stupid for deciding that for them. If they want to get fucked over it, they choose it themselves.
Yeah.
And I've heard Larry say to my face that you're family to him. And even though you might not think it now, I mean, have you talked to them about it?
Like family?
Have you called up Larry and like had a serious convo with him?
No.
I think you should do that, right? If you're alone anyway, there's no fucking point in you sitting here and thinking, and I get it, right? Don't get me wrong. I fully understand the route of thinking it and going on and moving on with your life, but having that 1% chance, just because you didn't clarify it, but knowing that 1% chance that he might say your family, you know, makes that easier to cope with, right? And you don't want to hear it, and you don't want to know it for sure.
Yeah.
But if you've been burned already by the company and you truly feel alone, then maybe it's time you reach out to them and get your answer for sure. Because if you're going to go alone anyway, you know, you might as well be sure of it before you do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And what you were saying before about, like, you can make a decision and they'll always think it's wrong or whatever, that's what I was talking about before, right? When I ran GG back then, there's decisions you make as a leader that no matter what, you're both right and wrong, right? Like, it could be objectively right and a person could just disagree with it firmly, and in that way you're both right and wrong, you know? Adding members to the gang, removing members from the gang, you know, decisions on moving forward as a gang or backwards or war, right? All those decisions that you make are both right and wrong. There is never that very clear answer. And I told myself, and I promised myself, I would try my absolute best to avoid making those decisions, the right and wrong decisions. And that's what I had to make at the company. So I just ran away. Feel me? So, I mean, well, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. There's going to be no perfect answer to anything, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure you don't need to be told this, but, you know, a leader is simple as it doesn't matter if the decision is right or wrong. It's just a decision is made, and it's stuck with.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can make bad decisions, but someone has to make them. Especially when there's a large group, some people just can't do it, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't think that position is made for me.
Right? Well, you know, have you ever considered that you want to be with family but not be the ones that make the decision? I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, right? But I don't know who you consider family, right? I can only assume based on info from 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And that would be Larry, that would be Ming, and maybe Jack and Forehead.
Buddy,
right?
buddy. I don't know if you could see it very well, buddy. Look at my arm, all right? You see these tattoos? You see something in particular? Little island in particular right there against my elbow?
Island?
There's a little island. I don't know if you can see it with my short sleeve on. Buddy, I got your entire sanguine island on my fucking arm,
Holy
buddy.
shit, I see it.
That's right. You are also fucking family. All right? Don't forget that.
I won't. Like I said, Marty, what you did for me that day and you risked everything, I felt the same way.
Okay.
But, like I said, outside of me, someone that wouldn't do this, you know, Ming, Jack, Forehead, Larry, would it be bad if one of them, you know, led your next crew?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about, like, that whole crew stuff, being in a family, being in a gang, being in a cult. I don't know about that stuff, right? I just want to take one step at a time, right? Because I tried stepping into that, and I thought I was gonna go and get a family, and then I thought I was gonna go get business partners, and then I ended up with nothing, you know? So I kind of just have to take it one step at a time and get some business partners first before I can think about anything else, you know?
Well, the only advice I can give you, if you even wanted any, is don't wait until fuck-ups keep happening to go back to them, right? Because at some point, people will have to have some self-respect.
Yeah.
So if I were you, I would be honest with them and tell you what you told me if you haven't. To be like, this shit sucks. I thought you guys might be better on your own. And, you know, I tried moving my own way, but I don't want to anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's basically what I told them last time, and they tried pushing for me back, and I accepted it, and I came back, and then they pushed me right back out, right? So, you know, I'm sure I'll like leave a fucking note.
Fuck the company. I'm not talking about the fucking company.
Oh, okay, yeah, fuck them.
I'm talking about Larry and Ming and them. fuck the company. That shit's gonna fail.
Well, I mean, Larry's
Way too many. You can't get those people and have anything happen. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, Larry's got his own family now, and then Ming and Forehead are with the besties, and they got their own thing going. And I'm just telling you, now's not the time for me to do it or consider any of that stuff.
Listen, now if you're thinking it's because you don't want to like invade their life and make them miserable, that's not for you to decide, Marty. It's for them to decide. And if you play this game of you don't want to be told no, so you're never gonna know, it's just gonna make you miserable.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, because even if they were to say it, if I still feel that way, it's, even though I would appreciate, you know, them making me try and feel more comfortable, right? If I personally feel like I hold them back, regardless, it's like it's still on me at the end of the day. You know?
It's not though. Again, I understand, you know, feeling like you don't want to hold them back, right? But they could be just as miserable in being held back anyway by those feelings. Just because they hang out with new people doesn't mean shit.